The United States has successfully rescued a missing crew member from a downed F-15 fighter jet over southern Iran in what has been described as one of the most daring rescue missions in recent military history. Former U.S. President Donald Trump confirmed the operation on social media, stating that the rescued officer is now safe and in good health. He praised the mission as one of the boldest combat search and rescue operations ever carried out by the U.S. military. The incident began when a U.S. F-15 fighter jet was shot down over southern Iran on Friday. According to reports, there were 2 crew members on board, both of whom successfully ejected from the aircraft. One crew member was rescued earlier, while the second remained missing, triggering an urgent and high-risk search effort in hostile territory. Iranian officials claimed that their air defense systems were responsible for shooting down the aircraft. Following the crash, both U.S. and Iranian forces were reportedly racing to locate the missing crew member. The exact conditions under which the American rescue mission was conducted remain unclear, but sources described it as a large-scale combat search and rescue operation deep inside southern Iran. Reports suggest that there may have been direct confrontations between U.S. and Iranian forces during the rescue attempt. It is also believed that the pilot may have been injured during the initial ejection from the aircraft, making the mission even more urgent and complex. Such missions are known as combat search and rescue, CSAR operations, considered among the most difficult and time-sensitive military missions. These operations involve highly trained personnel, often deploying helicopters that fly at low altitudes over enemy territory, supported by additional aircraft providing cover and surveillance. In his statement, Trump revealed that the rescued airman, identified as a colonel, had been stranded behind enemy lines in dangerous mountainous terrain in Iran. He claimed that enemy forces were actively pursuing the pilot, getting closer with each passing hour. U.S. Military officials were reportedly monitoring the airman's location around the clock while planning the rescue. The United States deployed dozens of aircraft for the operation and claimed that no American personnel were killed or injured during the mission. Meanwhile, Iranian state media reported that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps shot down an American drone that was allegedly searching for the missing airman. According to Iran's Fars news agency, the drone crashed in Isfahan province. Earlier, Iran had stated that it wanted to find the missing U.S. crew member alive and even offered a reward for information leading to his capture or discovery. This added further urgency to the U.S. rescue effort. Military experts explain that downed pilots are extensively trained for such scenarios. Their primary objective is to survive and avoid capture. If physically able, they are trained to move away from the ejection site quickly and find concealment to stay hidden from enemy forces. They are also trained in survival techniques, allowing them to endure harsh conditions with limited food and water, sometimes relying on local resources to stay alive until rescue arrives. These skills often make the difference between life and capture in hostile environments. This dramatic rescue operation highlights the extreme risks involved in modern warfare and the extraordinary efforts militaries undertake to bring their personnel back home safely, even from the most dangerous and contested regions in the world. Is a major attack on Iran about to happen? And is that why a sudden ceasefire is being discussed? As tensions rise between Iran, the U.S., and Israel, Russia is now pushing for a temporary ceasefire, but not for peace. Russia wants the fighting to pause for a few days, so it can safely evacuate its citizens from Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant. Reports suggest around 400 to 700 Russian workers were there, and many have already been evacuated. The head of Russia's state nuclear company, Rosatom, Alexei Lakachev, said, about 200 workers are still waiting to be evacuated. Russia plans to coordinate with the U.S. and Israel to ensure a strict ceasefire while their convoy moves out. Meanwhile, the U.S. has already warned of a possible major strike on Iran. Some officials have even talked about pushing Iran back to the Stone Age. So this ceasefire request may not be about de-escalation at all, but a sign that something bigger